Today I'm going to explain the lesson Teesri Kasam ke Shilpkar Shailandra. It's taken from Sparsh Part 2 textbook, grade 10, and it's lesson number 13, written by Prahlad Agarwal. Pravesh, lesson introduction. साल के किसी महीने का शायद ही कोई शुक्रवार ऐसा जाता हो जब कोई न कोई हिंदी फिल्म सिने पर्दे पर ना पहुंचती हो. The author says there would hardly be any Friday of a month in a year that a Hindi movie would not reach the cinemas. Here, Shukrawar is Friday and Parda is Cine Parda. Here it means theatres. इनमें से कुछ सफल रहती हैं तो कुछ असफल. From this, few of them become successful, whereas others they become unsuccessful. Now, children, just to let you know, Teesri Kasam is the name of a very famous movie. कुछ दर्शकों को कुछ अरसे तक याद रह जाती हैं, कुछ को वह सिनेमा घर से बाहर निकलते ही भूल जाते हैं. Few of the movies, the audience, they remember it for a long time, whereas few others, they'll just forget it as soon as they come out of the theatre. Now, arsa means for a while. लेकिन जब कोई फिल्मकार किसी साहित्यिक कृति को पूरी लगन और ईमानदारी से पर्दे पर उतारता है तो उसकी फिल्म न केवल यादगार बन जाती है बल्कि लोगों का मनोरंजन करने के साथ ही उन्हें कोई बेहतर संदेश देने में भी कामयाब रहती है. Now the author says that when a movie maker he converts a literary work into a movie using all his dedication and honesty, and he releases it into the theatres, that movie, it not only becomes a memoir, but along with making the people enjoy it or along with entertaining the people, it also becomes successful in giving a moral story or a lesson to the people. Here, filmkar refers to movie maker. Sahityak kriti means literary work. Lagan is dedication and imandari is honesty. Yadgar means it becomes a memoir. Memoir means something that you remember forever. Manoranjan means entertainment. Behtar sandesh, a better message or a moral lesson. Kamyab, successful. एक गीतकार के रूप में कई दशकों तक फिल्म क्षेत्र से जुड़े रहे कवि और गीतकार ने जब फणीश्वर नाथ रेणु की अमर कृति तीसरी कसम उर्फ मारे गए गुलफाम को सिने पर्दे पर उतारा तो वह मील का पत्थर सिद्ध हुई. Now, the lyricist who was also a poet and he was associated with the movie industry for decades, he decided that he will convert the immortal literary work of Fanishwar Nath Renu, which was known as Teesri Kasam and also as Mare Gaye Gulfam. When he decided that he will make a movie out of that, that created a milestone in his life. Here, children, Dashak means decade. Amar Kriti means immortal work. Urf means also known as Meel ka patthar siddh hona. Now, children, this could also be a muhavra, the meaning of which is prabhavshali hona, which had a great impact. So, here, the lyricist as well as the poet made a movie out of this work and it became a huge सक्सेस. आज भी उसकी गणना हिंदी की कुछ अमर फिल्मों में की जाती है. Even today, this movie which was made decades ago is counted amongst the immortal movies. गणना means it's counted. इस फिल्म ने न केवल अपने गीत, संगीत, कहानी की बदौलत शोहरत पाई, बल्कि इसमें अपने जमाने के सबसे बड़े शोमैन राज कपूर ने अपने फिल्मी जीवन की सबसे बेहतरीन एक्टिंग करके सबको चमत्कृत कर दिया. Now this movie, it became famous not only because of its songs, its music and its story, but the main hero in the movie who was Raj Kapoor, who was quite famous at that time, This was one of the movies in which he did best of his acting and he surprised the entire audience. Badaulat means because of which. Shohrat means fame. Behtareen acting, best, one of the best actings. Chamatkrit kar diya means it was like unexpected, that kind of an acting he did in that movie. फिल्म की हीरोइन वहीदा रहमान ने भी वैसा ही अभिनय कर दिखाया जैसी उनसे उम्मीद थी. Even the heroine of the movie, who was Wahida Rahman, she was also a very famous actress at that time. Even she acted the way people expected her to. Abhinay means acting, Ummeed means what they expected her to do. इस मायने में एक यादगार फिल्म होने के बावजूद तीसरी कसम को आज इसलिए भी याद किया जाता है क्योंकि इस फिल्म के निर्माण ने यह भी उजागर कर दिया कि हिंदी फिल्म जगत में एक सार्थक और उद्देश्यपरक फिल्म बनाना कितना कठिन और जोखिम का काम है. From this angle, not only that it was a memoir or a movie that is remembered even today, not because the actor and the actress in the movie they acted out their best, but it is also remembered because this movie, the production of this movie brought out the fact that in the Hindi movie industry, in order to make a meaningful and objective movie, it is so difficult and so risky. इस मायने में means from this angle. Yadgar film. Here Yadgar means a film worth remembering. It's not only remembered because of the hero, heroine. That is what the author says here. Okay, Nirman means production. Ujagar kar diya means it brought into light the fact. Film jagat mein means in the Hindi movie industry. Sarthak, meaningful. Uddeshya parak means objective, something with a impartial or which has a real meaning in it. Jokhim means risky, Kathin means difficult. So with this we finish the lesson introduction. We are going to start with the lesson now, children. Hope you got an idea about what we are going to understand or read now. Teesri Kasam ke Shilpkar Shailandra. The architect of the movie Teesri Kasam, Shailendra. Shilpkar means architect and Teesri Kasam is the name of the movie about which we are going to talk in the entire chapter. संगम की अद्भुत सफलता ने राज कपूर में गहन आत्मविश्वास भर दिया और उसने एक साथ 4 फिल्मों के निर्माण की घोषणा की. मेरा नाम जोकर, अजंता, मैं और मेरा दोस्त और सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम. The wonderful success of the movie Sangam filled Raj Kapoor with deep confidence and he announced the production of 4 movies at once. And the name of the 4 movies were, as told, Mera Naam Joker, Ajanta, Main aur Mera Dost and Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Adbhut Safalta means wonderful success. Gehan Atmavishwas means deep self-confidence. So when the movie became successful, Raj Kapoor, the hero, he was filled with deep self-confidence that he'll be very successful in whatever movies he's going to make. So he announced that he's going to produce 4 movies altogether. Ghoshna means announcement. Nirman means produce. पर जब 1965 में राज कपूर ने मेरा नाम जोकर का निर्माण आरंभ किया, तब संभवतः उसने भी यह कल्पना नहीं की होगी कि इस फिल्म का एक ही भाग बनाने में 6 वर्षों का समय लग जाएगा. But in 1965, when Raj Kapoor started producing the movie Mera Naam Joker, possibly even he himself would not have imagined that this movie, it would take so much of time to complete, because even a single part of the movie took almost 6 years to complete. Here, Nirman means production, Sambhavta means possibly, Kalpana nahi ki hogi means would not have imagined. 6 वर्ष means 6 years. इन 6 वर्षों के अंतराल में राज कपूर द्वारा अभिनीत कई फिल्में प्रदर्शित हुई, जिनमें सन 1967 में प्रदर्शित कवि शैलेंद्र की तीसरी कसम शामिल है. Now, in the span of 6 years, when one part of the movie Mera Naam Joker was being made, Raj Kapoor had enacted many movies, and all these movies, they were screened as well. And among these movies was included the movie Teesri Kasam by the poet Shailendra. Antaral mein means in the span. Pradarshit hui means they were screened. Shamil hai means it was also included. This movie, which was known as Teesri Kasam, that was also included among the many movies which were screened in the span of 6 years. And they were all enacted by Raj Kapoor. यह वह फिल्म है जिसमें राज कपूर ने अपने जीवन की सर्वोत्कृष्ट भूमिका अदा की. Now this movie, Teesri Kasam, is that movie in which Raj Kapoor had played the best role of his life. Here, सर्वोत्कृष्ट भूमिका means the best role. यही नहीं, तीसरी कसम वह फिल्म है जिसने हिंदी साहित्य की एक अत्यंत मार्मिक कृति को सेल्यूलॉइड पर पूरी सार्थकता से उतारा. Now, that is not only speciality of this movie. This is that movie in which one of a very touching work in Hindi literature, it was very successfully made into a movie and everybody enjoyed it as well. Atyant marmik kriti means a very touching or poignant work, literary work. Celluloid here actually refers to cinema. Cinema is also known as celluloid. Now, I think this material with which these reels have been made, it is called celluloid. Sarthakta se means with full success, with what it wanted to convey to the people, with no changes in that. तीसरी कसम फिल्म नहीं, celluloid पर लिखी कविता थी. तीसरी कसम was not a movie, rather it was a poem which was written on the celluloid. Celluloid means these reels. I think all of you might have seen these reels. तीसरी कसम शैलेंद्र के जीवन की पहली और अंतिम फिल्म है. This movie, which is known as Teesri Kasam, was the first and the last movie that Shailendra made in his life. Antim means last. तीसरी कसम को राष्ट्रपति स्वर्ण पदक मिला. बंगाल फिल्म जर्नलिस्ट एसोसिएशन द्वारा सर्वश्रेष्ठ फिल्म और कई अन्य पुरस्कारों द्वारा सम्मानित किया गया. Now this movie, which was known as Teesri Kasam, it was awarded Rashtrapati Swarna Padak, means gold medal, and it was announced as the best movie by the Bengal Film Journalist Association. Not only that, it got many other awards. Here, Sarvashresht film means the best movie, Puraskar means awards. Moscow Film Festival में भी यह फिल्म पुरस्कृत हुई. This film was awarded even in the Moscow Film Festival. पुरस्कृत हुई means it was awarded. इसकी कलात्मकता की लंबी चौड़ी तारीफें हुई. कलात्मकता means creativity. It was appreciated very widely for its creativity. तारीफें हुई means it was appreciated. इसमें शैलेंद्र की संवेदनशीलता पूरी शिद्दत के साथ मौजूद है. In this movie, the sensitivity of Shailendra has been included or is present in full swing. संवेदनशीलता means his sensitiveness. पूरी शिद्दत के साथ means in full swing. मौजूद है means is present. उन्होंने ऐसी फिल्म बनाई थी जिसे सच्चा कवि हृदय ही बना सकता था. He had made a movie which only a true poetic person or mind could make. शैलेंद्र ने राज कपूर की भावनाओं को शब्द दिए हैं. शैलेंद्र has put Raj Kapoor's emotions in words in this movie. भावनाएं means emotions. राज कपूर ने अपने अनन्य सहयोगी की फिल्म में उतनी ही तन्मयता के साथ काम किया, किसी पारिश्रमिक की अपेक्षा किए बगैर. Now they were lifelong friends, Raj Kapoor and Shailendra. And Raj Kapoor, he did not expect any rewards for his work in exchange, but he worked with full-heartedly in his best friends or lifelong friends movie. Utni hi tanmayata ke sath means with equal amount of involvement. किसी पारिश्रमिक की अपेक्षा किए बगैर, without expecting anything in return. अनन्य सहयोगी means lifelong friend. शैलेंद्र ने लिखा था कि वे राज कपूर के पास तीसरी कसम की कहानी सुनाने पहुंचे तो कहानी सुनकर उन्होंने बड़े उत्साहपूर्वक काम करना स्वीकार कर लिया. Now Shailendra has written that when he approached Raj Kapoor and he narrated the story of Teesri Kasam to Raj Kapoor, he was very excited and he accepted to act in the movie immediately. उत्साहपूर्वक means excitedly. स्वीकार कर लिया means accepted. परंतु गंभीरतापूर्वक बोले, but he said very seriously. गंभीरतापूर्वक means seriously. मेरा पारिश्रमिक एडवांस देना होगा. You will have to give my पारिश्रमिक or my rewards in advance. शैलेंद्र को ऐसी उम्मीद नहीं थी कि राज कपूर जिंदगी भर की दोस्ती का ये बदला देंगे. He never expected that Raj Kapoor would, treat their lifelong friendship in this way. उम्मीद नहीं थी means did not expect. जिंदगी भर की दोस्ती means the lifelong friendship. शैलेंद्र का मुरझाया हुआ चेहरा देखकर राज कपूर ने मुस्कुराते हुए कहा. On hearing this from Raj Kapoor, he became very sad, and on looking at his face, Raj Kapoor smiled and said, ₹1 मेरा पारिश्रमिक, पूरा advance. Raj Kapoor said, ₹1 is my remuneration and full advance I need it. शैलेंद्र राज कपूर की इस याराना मस्ती से परिचित तो थे, लेकिन एक निर्माता के रूप में बड़े व्यावसायिक सूझबूझ वाले भी चक्कर खा जाते हैं. फिर शैलेंद्र तो फिल्म निर्माता बनने के लिए सर्वथा अयोग्य थे. Now Shailendra was very much familiar with this fun-loving personality of Raj Kapoor. But in the form of a producer, even a person who's a business savvy, they get confused. And what to say about Shailendra, because he was just not fit to become a film producer, because he was a very straightforward, very simple person, not at all a business savvy. So he was not fit to become a producer. Here, Yarana Masti means fun-loving friendship. Parichit, familiar. Nirmata ke roop mein means in the form of a producer. Vyavasayik Sujbhuj means business savvy, having a very, very smart business mind. Chakkar kha jate hain means confused. Sarvatha Ayogi means he was totally unfit. राज कपूर ने एक अच्छे और सच्चे मित्र की हैसियत से शैलेंद्र को फिल्म की असफलता के खतरों से आगाह भी किया. Now, Raj Kapoor, being a true and good friend, he even warned Shailendra about the dangers of the film becoming unsuccessful. Ki haisiyat se means in the form of a good and true friend. Asafalta means unsuccessful. Khatron se with the dangers. Agah bhi kiya means he even warned Shailendra that the movie could become unsuccessful. पर वह तो एक आदर्शवादी भावुक कवि था, जिसे अपार संपत्ति और यश तक की इतनी कामना नहीं थी जितनी आत्मसंतुष्टि के सुख की अभिलाषा थी. But Shailendra was a very emotional poet and he was a very ideal person with a lot of principles. He did not want unlimited wealth or fame as much as he wanted peace of mind which he would get when his wishes would get fulfilled, or desires would get fulfilled. And he did not desire for unlimited property or wealth and fame. He just wanted to satisfy himself, his simple ways of thinking. Apar sampati means great wealth. Yash, fame. Kamna nahi thi, he did not wish. Atma santushti, self, satisfaction. Abhilasha means wish. Adarshwadi bhavuk kavi means highly principled. Bhavuk means emotional. Kavi, poet. तीसरी कसम कितनी ही महान फिल्म क्यों न रही तीसरी कसम कितनी ही महान फिल्म क्यों न रही हो, लेकिन यह एक दुखद सत्य है कि इसे प्रदर्शित करने के लिए बमुश्किल वितरक मिले. There is no doubt that Teesri Kasam was a very famous movie, but the sad truth of the society, rather we can say, is that no one was ready to distribute the movie. Hardly or barely any distributors they got in order to release the movie in the theaters. This is a sad fact. Pradarshit karne ke liye means to release. Bamushkil vitrak means barely they got any. The vitrak means distributors. बावजूद इसके कि तीसरी कसम में राज कपूर और वहीदा रहमान जैसे नामजद सितारे थे, शंकर जैसे जय किशन का संगीत था, जिनकी लोकप्रियता उन दिनों सातवें आसमान पर थी, और इसके गीत भी फिल्म के प्रदर्शन के पूर्व ही बेहद लोकप्रिय हो चुके थे, लेकिन इस फिल्म को खरीदने वाला कोई नहीं था. बावजूद इसके कि in spite of the fact that they were famous actors like Raj Kapoor and Wahida Rahman in the movie, and the music was given by Shankar Jaikishan, whose popularity was at its peak in those days. And in spite of the fact that the songs of the movie, it became very popular even before its release. In spite of all these facts, no one was willing to buy the movie. Now, why was that? It's because the movie was not a commercial movie. It was rather a emotional movie based on sensitiveness and principles. दरअसल इस फिल्म की संवेदना किसी 2 से 4 बनाने का गणित जानने वाले की समझ से परे थी. Now the author says that why this happened. It's because the movie, the sensitiveness of the movie, it was beyond the understanding of a person who would only think in terms of money. 2 से 4 बनाने का गणित, the mathematics of making 4 from 2. That is, people who think in terms of money, for them, it was very difficult to understand the real content of this movie because it was not made from a commercial point of view. Darasal means in fact, Samvedna means sympathy or sensitiveness, Ganit means mathematics. Samaj se pare thi means it was beyond the understanding. उसमें रची बसी करुणा तराजू पर तौली जा सकने वाली चीज नहीं थी. And the amount of sensitiveness which was present in the movie, it was not something that could be, measured on the balance, on the beam balance. That is what the author says. What he means to say is that was something that a person had to really, who had real feelings, only would be able to understand. And that is the reason why it was not getting any buyers. And people were not ready to distribute it as well. इसीलिए बमुश्किल जब तीसरी कसम रिलीज हुई तो इसका कोई प्रचार नहीं हुआ. And that is the reason why when it was after all released, this movie with great difficulty, it did not get any publicity. प्रचार means publicity. फिल्म कब आई कब चली गई मालूम ही नहीं पड़ा. Nobody knew when the movie came and when it went away. ऐसा नहीं है कि शैलेंद्र 20 सालों तक फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में रहते हुए भी वहां के तौर तरीकों से नावाकिफ थे, परंतु उनमें उलझकर वे अपनी आदमियत नहीं खो सके थे. Now, it is not that Shailendra was unfamiliar or unaware of the modalities of the movie industry in spite of being in the industry for 20 years. Rather, he did not want to get entangled in those modalities, in their way of functioning, and lose his humaneness. तौर तरीके means their way of functioning, the functioning of the movie industry. ना वाकिफ थे means unfamiliar. उलझकर getting entangled. आदमियत humaneness. श्री 420 का एक लोकप्रिय गीत है, प्यार हुआ इकरार हुआ है, प्यार से फिर क्यों डरता है दिल. Now, in the movie called Shri 420, in which Raj Kapoor had enacted along with Nargis, there is this song. इसके अंतरे की एक पंक्ति, रातें दसों दिशाओं से कहेंगी अपनी कहानियां, पर संगीतकार जय किशन ने आपत्ति की. Now, there is a particular line in this song which said that the nights, they will narrate their stories in all the 10 directions. Now, on this, the musician Jai Kishan had objection. Dishaएं means directions. We all know that there are 4 directions. So he was wondering why this 10 directions is being mentioned in the song. उनका ख्याल था कि दर्शक 4 दिशाएं तो समझ सकते हैं, 10 दिशाएं नहीं. Now, what was his opinion? That audience can understand about 4 directions and not 10 directions. लेकिन शैलेंद्र परिवर्तन के लिए तैयार नहीं हुए. But Shailendra did not agree to change that. परिवर्तन means change. उनका दृढ़ मंतव्य था. His strong opinion was that. दृढ़ मंतव्य means strong opinion. कि दर्शकों की रुचि की आड़ में, that in the pretext of the interest of the audience, रुचि की आड़ में means in the interest, रुचि means interest, आड़ में means in the pretext. दर्शक means audience. में हमें दर्शकों की रुचि की आड़ में हमें उथलेपन को उन पर नहीं थोपना चाहिए. That we should not force anything and everything on them just because the audience is interested in that particular kind of movies. कलाकार का यह कर्तव्य भी है कि वह उपभोक्ता की रुचियों का परिष्कार करने का प्रयत्न करे. Now, Shailendra was saying that his opinion is that it is the duty of an artist to see that he brings about or evolves the interests of the users or the audience here. Kartavya means duty, upabhokta means user. Parishkar means changes. He should change it. और उनका यकीन गलत नहीं था, and his belief was not wrong. यकीन means belief. यही नहीं, वे बहुत अच्छे गीत भी जो उन्होंने लिखे बेहद लोकप्रिय हुए. And not only this, the nice songs that he wrote, it became very famous. शैलेंद्र ने झूठे अभिजाती को कभी नहीं अपनाया. Shailendra never adopted false, showing off or eliteness. उनके गीत भाव प्रवण थे, दुरूहनी. His songs were full of emotions and not difficult. मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सिर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी. Yes, children, I think all the children might have heard this song. It's a beautiful song and it's done by Raj Kapoor. Like he has acted. यह गीत शैलेंद्र ही लिख सकते थे. And who has written this song? शैलेंद्र. शांत नदी का प्रवाह और समुद्र की गहराई लिए हुए. The flow of a peaceful river and the depth of an ocean. This is what his songs used to contain in them. प्रवाह means flow. समुद्र की गहराई means depth of the ocean. यही विशेषता उनकी जिंदगी की थी. This was the same speciality of his life as well. और यही उन्होंने अपनी फिल्म के द्वारा भी साबित किया था. And the same thing he proved through his movie as well. विशेषता means speciality. साबित किया means he proved. तीसरी कसम यदि एकमात्र नहीं तो चंद उन फिल्मों में से है जिन्होंने साहित्य रचना के साथ 100% न्याय किया हो. If not the only movie, Teesri Kasam is a movie which is among one of those few movies which have done 100% justice to the creation of literature or literary creation. Ekmatra nahi means not the only one. Chand means few. Sahitya Rachna means literary creation. Shat Pratishat 100%. Nyay kiya ho has done justice. शैलेंद्र ने राज कपूर जैसे स्टार को हीरामन बना दिया था. Now Shailendra made a star who was at the peak of fame, a star like Raj Kapoor, Hiraman. Hiraman is the name given to the character in the movie Teesri Kasam, and Raj Kapoor was playing that character. Hiraman par Raj Kapoor havi nahi ho saka. So when Raj Kapoor played the role of Hiraman, his position as a famous, most popular actor could never dominate Hiraman. What the author means to say is that Raj Kapoor became that character Hiraman himself. और छींट की सस्ती साड़ी में लिपटी हीराबाई ने वहीदा रहमान की प्रसिद्ध ऊंचाइयों को बहुत पीछे छोड़ दिया था. And Wahida Rahman also played the role fantastically. She was draped in a very cheap sari, and her fame as a very popular actress could never even touch that character, which means that even she played the role of a very simple rural lady in a beautiful and fantastic way. कजरी नदी के किनारे उकड़ू बैठा हीरामन जब गीत गाते हुए हीराबाई से पूछता है, मन समझती है ना आप? Now the author is talking about a scene in the movie. In that movie, he is sitting squatted near the river Kajri and he is singing a song. In the midst of the song, he asks Hirabai, who's Wahida Rahman, whether she understands what is man. Man means heart. Tab Hirabai Zuban se nahi. At that time, Hirabai does not answer him with her tongue. Zuban se nahi means with her tongue. Aankhon se bolti. Aankhon se bolti hai. She speaks with her eyes or through her eyes. दुनिया भर के शब्द उस भाषा को अभिव्यक्ति नहीं दे सकते. The words in the entire world cannot express that language. अभिव्यक्ति means express. ऐसी ही सूक्ष्मताओं से स्पंदित थी तीसरी कसम. This movie, Teesri Kasam, was full of such minute things. Sukshmatai means such minute things. Spandit thi means the pulse of the movie was such minute things. अपनी मस्ती में डूबकर झूमते गाते गाड़ीवान. Gadivan means the cart driver, the carriage driver. He was fully immersed in himself and he was just loving and living his life singing. Chalit Musafir Moh liyo re Pinjro wali Munia. So here it's a part of a song that was there in the movie. टप्पर गाड़ी में हीराबाई को जाते हुए देखकर उनके पीछे दौड़ते गाते बच्चों का हुजूम. When the children see that Hirabai is going away with Hiraman in his carriage, they run behind her, the throng of the children, the whole lot of children run behind her. Lali lali doliya mein lali re dulhaniya, singing this song. एक नौटंकी की बाई में अपनापन खोज लेने वाला सरल हृदय गाड़ीवान. अभावों की जिंदगी जीते लोगों के सपनीले कह कहे. Now, this carriage driver, that is Hiraman, who's Raj Kapoor himself in that movie, he falls in love with this Wahida Rahman, who's a character in that Nautanki. Nautanki is a drama which is mainly based on music. So he finds a deep relationship with her, something that attracts himself to her, and then he falls in love with her. अभावों की जिंदगी जीते लोगों के सपनीले कह कहे. People who are living a life of deprivation, that is, who have lot of shortcomings in their lives, There, sapnile kahki means dreamy laughter. That is, people, they have a lot of shortages in their life, deprivation in their life, but they are still happy. They are happy in their dreamy world. Abhavon ki zindagi means a life of shortcomings or deprivation. हमारी फिल्मों की सबसे बड़ी कमजोरी होती है लोक तत्व का अभाव. The biggest weakness in our movies is lack of democracy. कमजोरी means weakness, लोक तत्व means democracy, अभाव means lack. वे जिंदगी से दूर होती हैं. They are away from the realities of life. यदि त्रासद स्थितियों का चित्रांकन होता है तो उन्हें ग्लोरीफाई किया जाता है. If sorrowful conditions are picturized in the movie, they are really glorified. They are made too big. Trasad sthitya means sad situations. Chintrankan means picturize. दुख का ऐसा विभत्स रूप प्रस्तुत होता है जो दर्शकों का भावनात्मक शोषण कर सके. Sorrow is presented in such a form that the audience who are watching them, basically it emotionally blackmails them. Vibhats roop prastut hota hai when it is presented in a very distorted way. Bhavanatmak shoshan means emotional blackmailing. और तीसरी कसम की यह खास बात थी कि वह दुख को भी सहज स्थिति में जीवन सापेक्ष प्रस्तुत करती है. And what was the speciality of Teesri Kasam? That even if there was a lot of sorrow or sad situations in the movie, even that is presented in a very simple way, in a very light way. मैंने शैलेंद्र को गीतकार नहीं कवि कहा है. I have not referred to Shailendra as a lyricist. Rather, I have referred to him as a poet. Author says that. वे सिनेमा की चकाचौंध के बीच रहते हुए यश और धन लिप्सा से कोसों दूर थे. In spite of being in the glamorous world of movies or cinema, fame and the greed for wealth, he was miles away from these two things. Chakachaunt means the glamour. Dhan lipsa means the greed for wealth. Koson durthe means he was miles away from all that, in spite of being in the film industry for 20 years. जो बात उनकी जिंदगी में थी वही उनके गीतों में भी. Whatever was there in his life, you could see that in his songs as well. उनके गीतों में सिर्फ करुणा नहीं, जूझने का संकेत भी था. In his songs, you will not find only sympathies or sensitiveness, rather how to deal with these sorrowful situations in our lives. That indication was also there. और वह प्रक्रिया भी मौजूद थी. And even that process was present जिसके तहत अपनी मंजिल तक पहुंचा जाता है. Through which we can reach our destination. Even that process was present in the songs that he made. Which means Shailendra, he wanted to convey that sorrow and difficult situations, they are a part of life. Instead of taking them as too big a thing, we should take them lightly and try to deal with them because they are a part of life. Karuna means sympathy. Jujhne ka sanket means how to deal with them, the indication for that. Prakriya means process. Maujud thi means was present. Manzil means destination. व्यथा आदमी को पराजित नहीं करती, उसे आगे बढ़ने का संदेश देती है. Now, Shailendra has put it beautifully in this. He says that when a person faces a difficult situation or a sorrowful situation, it does not defeat him, or rather, the person should not let it defeat him. It should give him a message that he has to move forward facing all those situations or challenges. व्यथा means sorrow. पराजित नहीं करती means it does not defeat him. उसे आगे बढ़ने का to move forward संदेश देती है, it gives a message. शैलेंद्र ने तीसरी कसम को अपनी भाव प्रवणता का सर्वश्रेष्ठ तथ्य प्रदान किया. Now Shailendra has given the best facts of his sensitiveness to this movie Teesri Kasam. सर्वश्रेष्ठ means best, तथ्य means fact. मुकेश की आवाज में शैलेंद्र का यह गीत तो अद्वितीय बन गया है. The following song, it has become incomparable. It has been sung by Mukesh and written by Shailendra. सजनवा बैरी हो गए हमारे चिठिया हो तो हर कोई बांछे भाग न बांछे कोई. अभिनय के दृष्टि से और अभिनय के दृष्टिकोण से तीसरी कसम राज कपूर की जिंदगी की सबसे हसीन फिल्म है. फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ एक्टिंग, तीसरी कसम इज द बेस्ट मूवी इन राज कपूर्स लाइफ. दृष्टिकोण से मीन्स फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. राज कपूर जिन्हें समीक्षक और कलाकार मर्मज्ञ आंखों से बात करने वाला कलाकार मानते हैं. Now, the critics of movies, they consider Raj Kapoor as an actor who was always sympathetic, and he was always very creative and always used to see things from artistic point of view. He तीसरी कसम में मासूमियत के चरमोत्कर्ष को छूते हैं. So the critics say that in the movie Teesri Kasam, the innocent character that he has played, it reaches its peak. That means that was one of his masterpieces. Masumiyat means innocence. Charmotkarsh means peak. Chute hain means touches. अभिनेता राज कपूर जितनी ताकत के साथ तीसरी कसम में मौजूद हैं, उतना जागते रहो में भी नहीं. There was another movie known as Jagte Raho, in which Raj Kapoor only played the lead role. That was also very famous, and his acting was very much appreciated in that. But even in that movie, his presence was not felt as strongly as it was felt in Teesri Kasam. जागते रहो में जागते रहो में राज कपूर के अभिनय को बहुत सराहा गया था. He was highly appreciated for his acting in the movie जागते रहो. लेकिन तीसरी कसम वह फिल्म है जिसमें राज कपूर अभिनय नहीं करता. But तीसरी कसम is that movie in which he does not act. वह हीरामन के साथ एकाकार हो गया है. He has become one with the character known as हीरामन. खालिस देहाती भुच्छ गाड़ीवान, जो सिर्फ दिल की जुबान समझता है, दिमाग की नहीं. Now in that movie तीसरी कसम, he has played the role of a countryside simpleton carriage driver who never understands the language of mind. He only understands the language of heart. Khalis means is only dehati, countryside. Bhuj means a very simple person. जिसके लिए मोहब्बत के सिवा किसी दूसरी चीज का कोई अर्थ नहीं. And for that carriage driver, there is no meaning in anything else other than love. बहुत बड़ी बात यह है कि तीसरी कसम राज कपूर के अभिनय जीवन का वह मुकाम है जब वह एशिया के सबसे बड़े शोमैन के रूप में स्थापित हो चुके थे. Now, in Raj Kapoor, he had established himself as the greatest actor in Asia at the time when he acted in this movie known as Teesri Kasam. And it was a turning point in his life rather, because he was highly established as a very great actor, and this movie he's just doing the opposite role. उनका अपना व्यक्तित्व एक किंवदंती बन चुका था. His own personality was of a legend at that time, a legend. व्यक्तित्व means personality, किंवदंती means a legend. लेकिन तीसरी कसम में वह महिमामय व्यक्तित्व पूरी तरह हीरामन की आत्मा में उतर गया है. So it was unbelievable that such a legendary person, such a great personality could come down and become as simple a person like Hiraman in the movie. He just literally entered into the soul of Hiraman in this movie. महिमामय व्यक्तित्व means great personality. वह कहीं हीरामन का अभिनय नहीं करता, अपितु खुद हीरामन में ढल गया है. He never acted like Hiraman in that movie. Rather, he himself became Hiraman. हीराबाई की फेनु गिलासी बोली पर रीझता हुआ. He got attracted to the innocent talks of Hirabai, that role which was being done by, or which was being played by Wahida Rahman. उसकी मनुआ नटुआ जैसी भोली सूरत पर न्योछावर. He fell in love with her because of her innocent look and her talks. भोली सूरत पर न्योछावर होता हुआ और हीराबाई की तनिक सी उपेक्षा पर अपने अस्तित्व से जूझता हुआ सच्चा हीरामन बन गया है. Now he was a person who got attracted to Hirabai because of her simple talks, innocence and innocent looks. And in the character, even at the slightest of avoidance by Wahida Rahman, he would just feel very upset. Astitva se joosa hua means it will even affect his existence. And thus he became a true Hiraman in that movie. तीसरी कसम की पट कथा मूल कहानी के लेखक फणीश्वर नाथ रेणु ने स्वयं तैयार की थी. Now Fanishwar Nath Renu, who had written the story Teesri Kasam, he only wrote the script for this movie. कहानी का रेशा रेशा, उसकी छोटी से छोटी बारीकियां फिल्म में पूरी तरह उतर आई. And each and every minute thing of the story had been completely absorbed by the movie. Questions as well, children? In case you have any doubts, do let me know, please. तीसरी कसम फिल्म को कौन-कौन से पुरस्कारों से सम्मानित किया गया है? Which all awards have been granted to this movie, तीसरी कसम? शैलेंद्र ने कितनी फिल्में बनाए? How many movies did Shailendra make? Just one, right? This movie known as तीसरी कसम. राज कपूर द्वारा निर्देशित कुछ फिल्मों के नाम बताइए. Tell the names of few movies which have been told by Raj Kapoor. तीसरी कसम फिल्म के नायक व नायिकाओं के नाम बताइए और फिल्म में इन्होंने किन पात्रों का अभिनय किया है. Tell the names of the hero and the heroines in the movie तीसरी कसम and which all roles did they play. फिल्म तीसरी कसम का निर्माण किसने किया था? Who produced the movie तीसरी कसम? राज कपूर ने मेरा नाम जोकर के निर्माण के समय किस बात की कल्पना भी नहीं की थी? What did he not even imagine during the production of the movie मेरा नाम जोकर? That it would, even a single part of it would take 6 months to complete. राज कपूर की किस बात पर शैलेंद्र का चेहरा मुरझा गया? Raj Kapoor said something to Shailendra, hearing which his face just became very sad. What was it? फिल्म समीक्षक राज कपूर को किस तरह का कलाकार मानते थे? The film critics used to consider Raj Kapoor as what kind of an artist? Yes, children, with that we are finishing the story. Please let me know in case of any doubts. Have a wonderful time ahead. Best wishes and take care.